Hello, Educators Rising Nation. I am Dan Brown, co-director of Educators Rising. It is a pleasure today to share with you the National Student Officer Candidate Hangout. We have Cassie Hall and Ashley Mays on the line. I'm going to be asking them some questions. You'll get to know them a little bit. And then April 26th through May 4th of 2016, all student members of Educators Rising, will get an email around April 26th with a unique voter ID code, and you will be able to go cast your vote for your future leaders for the coming school year of Educators Rising. So let's get right into it. Ashley, you get to go first with the first question. We have a national competition called the Educators Rising Moment Competition, in which students are asked to describe an important moment they had in Educators Rising that was really meaningful in their journeys. So, Ashley, what would you say is your Educators Rising moment?
Well, recently we just had our state competition, and so I was just able to meet future educators from all around Ohio, and just being able to hear some of their stories and what made them want to be teachers really inspired me to continue my journey.
Great, the state conference in Ohio.
Yeah.
And Cassie Hall, what was your Educators Rising moment?
I would say my competition, just about the same, because before doing creative lecture, I couldn't speak in front of anybody at all. Like, a group of more than two people would freak me out. So being with Educators Rising and having a really encouraging environment to speak up was great, and I could learn a lot from it.
Wonderful. And I should have said up front, Cassie Hall is a junior from Petal High School in Petal, Mississippi, and Ashley Mays is a junior at Eastland Fairfield Career and Technical Schools in Gahanna, Ohio. Did I pronounce those right? So I'm interested to hear each of you kind of tell a story of your involvement in Educators Rising beyond your school walls, and maybe in a bit more depth from what you already shared about your conference, if you want to talk about that, or it could be something that's not related to the conference. But your Educators Rising involvement beyond your high school. So Cassie, you can go first this time.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Beyond our school walls would have started last year with our state conference. That's what really got me rolling with getting into creative lecture. And I got this great experience because I only student to go with my teacher leader. So I got to go explore with different student groups, with different groups that came, and I got to meet a lot of new people. So it was really great to be involved with everybody in Educators Rising that way. And this year with the fall conference, we went to the Gulf Coast in Mississippi, and we got to experience the Mississippi Educators Rising Fall Conference for our region. And it was really great to have no competition and just be able to talk with other Mississippi Educators Rising members. And that was really great. And this state competition was just about the same. It was awesome.
Outstanding. Thanks. And Ashley Mays, same question to you.
For me, it was, again, just getting to meet everyone at the state conference and really getting to know them and hearing their stories, being in the classroom and getting to share mine and learning so much from them as well. I've also been out to observe teachers and kind of help get to teach lesson plans, so it's just been a great experience overall for me in the past year.
Wonderful. Teacher leaders are a really, really important part of Educators Rising, of course. I mean, they used to be called advisors. We call them teacher leaders. They're the ones at the high school that are actually, leading you through the program. And supporting teacher leaders and helping them have what they need is a high priority for Educators Rising going forward, and something certainly our national student officers are going to help think about at the national level. So, Ashley Mays, if you could sort of wave a magic wand, provide any kind of resources and support for teacher leaders in Educators Rising, what do you think we should do?
I mean, that's a hard one. My teacher, she works very closely with some of the state people who work for the state conference. So I know she's always running back and forth trying to like coordinate things. So I think maybe just like an extra hand for her would be very beneficial. Because I know she does quite a lot with the state.
Thank you, Ashley. Same question to you, Cassie. What could we do to support teacher leaders in Educators Rising?
I think just about the same as Ashley, just taking that extra step to be able to help our teacher leaders and give them that extra hand, because they're always so busy making sure we can go to competition, and on top of that, usually they're teaching Teacher Academy classes, which is hard enough with the courses and tests and go with that. So just that extra hand would be good for them.
Great. And Cassie, why did you join Educators Rising? What's your story in terms of getting involved?
Originally, my teacher leader, Deidre Gamble, encouraged me to get into the competition, and she encouraged our entire class to be members. So she encouraged all of us to go to competition. I was the only one to go, and I just kind of got rolling from there after meeting so many amazing people. So it was just a good experience to start with.
Thank you, Cassie Hall. And Ashley Mays, same question to you about how did you get involved in Educators Rising to begin with?
Well, at the beginning of my junior year, our teacher encouraged us all to become members and sign up on the virtual campus. And so once we kind of found out what it was and really started exploring the virtual campus, we all got really excited about competitions and started like working on them like in our own personal time as well as in class. And I found out about the national officer opportunity, and I just wanted to make a difference and be a part of something bigger than myself.
Great. And I see we're joined by Jordan. Jordan, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys now.
Okay. Jordan has also been selected as a candidate, joining us midstream here. So Jordan, the question's to you also. And your last name is Coomerly. Did I say that right? Okay, from Perry High School in Ohio. So Jordan, what got you involved in Educators Rising to begin with?
I got involved this year after I joined my Teacher Academy program in high school. I'd always looked forward to joining Teacher Academy, and then I found out about this through that.
Great. And now you've gone from first engaging in Educators Rising and what drew you in, to now you're interested to lead at the national level. I mean, we're a student organization. You are each looking to be national student leaders. So we'll go in reverse order. So Jordan, what attracts you and what makes you feel qualified to be a national leader of Educators Rising?
Well, what attracted me was I first began by running for state officer, and I was just elected as the Ohio recording secretary. And I really thought, like, this is awesome. This would be great to work on a national level, too. So I was really excited to, like, I really hope to work on both state and national level and to help as much as I can.
Thank you, Jordan Coomerly. Ashley Mays, same question to you. What attracted you to running for national office, and what makes you feel you'd be a good choice?
Well, I just, like I said, wanted to be something a part of bigger than myself and really help students all across the country, even like attract more students to our organization and get them aware of what we are, what we do. I just think I'd be a great officer just because, I mean, I'm dedicated and I'm passionate about education.
Thanks, Ashley. And Cassie Hall, same question to you about your attraction to running for national office.
Originally, this year I'm my chapter's president, and everyone has encouraged me to run for national officer, and I met so many amazing people at state competition that said, oh yeah, you should run for national officer, you should go for it. And I feel like I'm passionate enough and determined enough to lead in the national level.
Great, thank you. Ashley, this question is going to go to you first. I'll give you a little preview. I'm interested to ask each of you about change you want to see in education. But first, the question is, what do you think is going well in education in America before we talk about what needs to be changed? So Ashley, you get that first, and then we'll go Cassie and Jordan.
Honestly, I think it's just the integration of technology, just the use of it in our classrooms and bringing many different resources into the classrooms to help our students learn and succeed.
Could you say more about why you feel that's going well?
Well, like I said, just like the different ways that we can use technology, such as like smart boards and interactive things. Like students learn many different ways, so being able to incorporate something as technology and be able to like individualize and to the students' needs to help them learn in a way that's easier for them.
Thank you. Cassie Hall, what's going well in education in America?
I agree with Ashley that definitely technology is a major part of what's going well in education today. And I love that in teaching courses in colleges, especially at USM, it's a local college near us, I've seen, talking to student teachers, how they're being taught how to incorporate technology into their future classrooms. So starting at the college level, and even in our Teacher Academy classrooms, teaching future teachers how to incorporate technology is a huge step towards getting it incorporated in all the classrooms.
Thanks, Cassie. And Jordan, same question to you about what's going well in education.
Of course, I agree with the technology part, and I also think that schools are becoming more focused on student achievement too. I feel like that's I think that's really good that schools are focused on students achieving and doing well, because we're the next generation, so.
Definitely. And thinking about leading the next generation as student leaders of Educators Rising and voices representing the future of the teaching profession, what change do you want to see in education? Cassie, you'll go first, and then Jordan and Ashley. So Cassie Hall, what change do you want to see?
A major change I would definitely want to see in education would be the focus on the negative on teachers, because there's so many things that if a doctor did or a lawyer, that they would get away with it because they're doctors and lawyers and they know what they're doing. But if a teacher did something like that, oh, they're a teacher, that's terrible. And it's just this focus on the negative aspects that show up that happen to everybody, but they're highlighted in the teaching profession. And I really want to see teaching focused on it in a more positive light.
Thank you. Jordan, what change do you want to see in education?
I agree with Casey. I think that it's so easy to like just go to like the negative thing, that anything negative about teachers, people are so quick to blame the teachers like when something doesn't go right. So I feel like we don't celebrate teacher success enough.
Thank you. Ashley Mays, same question to you about what change do you want to see?
Well, I agree with both of them, but I specifically think the achievement gap in our classrooms among race, gender, and even students with disabilities, and being able to close that gap that we see, but also bringing more diversity among our teachers.
Excellent. How would your friends describe each of you, briefly? We'll go Jordan, Ashley, and Cassie on this one. Jordan, how would your friends describe you?
I think my friends would definitely describe me as a leader. I seem to be like the go-to person for advice, and I think they all think I'm kind too.
Thank you. Ashley, how would your friends describe you?
I would definitely say trustworthy and reliable. I'm like always there for when they need them, and like she said, give advice.
Great. Cassie Hall?
I think then they would describe me as a good listener and someone who's reliable, just to be able to go to and talk to about things, especially when it comes to the classroom and being able to just talk through something. And I guess lighthearted, because I like to laugh and joke around too. So.
Thank you. Educators Rising is new. It launched in 2015. You are applying, your candidates to be National Student Officers for Educators Rising's second year, so there's a lot of opportunity to grow and shape where Educators Rising is going. Let's imagine 5 years from now, everything has gone incredibly well according to your best plans. Where is Educators Rising in the education scene? What is it? How do you see Educators Rising 5 years from now? We'll go Ashley and then Jordan and Cassie on this. So Ashley, Mays, where's Educators Rising in 5 years?
I think just reaching out across the country to speak to state departments of ed and different colleges to help recruit more students and really show students what a teacher should be, not just what a teacher should look like, as well as just continuing to work with students and bring that positive change.
Outstanding. Next, let's go to Jordan. Where's Educators Rising in 5 years?
I definitely see it growing. I think now it's at 13 states, and I could see it growing to a lot more states, and also like just more communities getting involved too with it in each state. And also I see our future educators that are in the program right now being successful teachers.
Great. And Cassie Hall, where's Educators Rising in 5 years?
I think in 5 years we can take the virtual campus to a whole new level and just have everyone involved in it, because right now we have this great level of involvement and we can reach out to each other through different states all over the program. And I think in 5 years it'll blossom to where we can all work together and be able to share resources as students and teacher leaders. And I think that'll lead to us being exceptional teachers in the future.
Thank you, Cassie. So on April 26th through May 4th, voting will be open. Student members of Educators Rising will be able to elect 2 out of the 3 candidates. And now I would love to give each of the 3 candidates a final opportunity for any message that you would like to share with the students of Educators Rising. So we'll go Cassie and then Jordan and then Ashley. So Cassie Hall from Petal, Mississippi. What would you like to say?
I just want to say hi to all of you, first of all, and then I can't wait to see all of you in Boston, and I hope you all vote for me so that I can lead over the next couple years and be able to meet all of you and have great experiences with you. Thank you for this opportunity. You guys have opened so many doors for me.
Thank you, Cassie Hall. Jordan Coomerly, what's your message to the Educators Rising Nation?
First of all, hi everyone. I'm really excited to go to Boston this summer, and I hope I get to meet some of you there. I really hope that you vote for me. I would love to be an advocate for the profession that we all enjoy and love.
Thank you, Jordan from Perry High School in Ohio. And now Ashley Mays from Eastland Fairfield Career and Technical Schools in Gahanna, Ohio. What would you like to say?
Well, hi, first of all. I look forward to talking with all of you in Boston and even on social media, connecting through that and really getting to talk about our passion for education together.
Thank you, all 3 of you, for your leadership and being willing to step up and run for national office. The voters, Educators Rising student members, will have their say April 26th through May 4th, but we look forward to a bright future for Educators Rising. Thank you all, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.